What's up, earners? What's up, LinkedIn? This is Matt from On Target Earnings, greeting you from a beautiful day, RTP. It's sunny, but it's actually cool outside. Perfect day for training. So why am I talking to you about my training? Well, for me, fitness and business have always been things that go hand in hand. I like to work hard at things that I find challenging, and I definitely don't like it in the moment, but I always like it after the fact when I'm able to overcome a challenge. So a little over 60 days ago, in the dead of summer heat, as someone who always thought that they loathed running, I decided it'd be a good idea to sign up for a half marathon, and I want to call it quits. The good news is being comfortable is a mirage, which the more I do this endurance stuff, the more I'm starting to believe, and overcoming this is going to pay dividends in a lot of ways later. Today's run's only 4 miles, but I can get it done. But I'm not one of you. I'm trying to become one of you and see what this endurance athlete world is all about. So I'm about probably halfway done with this half marathon. So it's raining way pre-sunrise right now. We're making sure we're getting the run in. Any cars coming behind me? I witnessed a sidewalk. It's gonna be a lot nicer than running on the side of this main road. I'll be checking in about an hour. Had a work trip, got in really late last night, got up bright and early. Gotta get the miles in, tired. Don't know where I am, but no excuses. Still gotta get it done. As I started training for the half marathon, I started getting better at running. What was once an incomprehensible thought actually became something that was kind of plausible. Fast forward to August and I had my first day where I ran 10 miles. Here we are, longest run of my life. 2 days later, I said, hey, if I can run 13, and I'm already pretty close, I'm gonna go all in and sign up for a marathon. I'll check back in with you at the end. If I can run the whole thing, then I'm gonna put it on wax and say I'm gonna do the full marathon. I'd be about 5 weeks short of how much time you're supposed to train. Well, I got those 13 miles done that day, but I felt a little off. Next day, I came down with COVID-19, and this really put a wrench in my plan. I was going to be about 4 weeks shy of how much training time that you need. And the next day, I realized I had COVID. So today is exactly 8 days since symptoms started. So we're gonna see how it goes. But I'm not entirely confident that it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try. But I had already committed, and I had already committed on video, so I knew I needed to make it happen. All right, so the recovery from COVID is definitely not a linear process. I'm at 0.4 miles right now, and it feels like what it would have felt like at mile 8 pre-COVID if I had just ran up a hill. I'm nervous that something's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna be able to finish the race. Okay, so this is my least favorite update ever so far. I'm 8.8 miles into my longest training run, which is 20. As you could probably see from some of the wincing about a mile ago, it looks like the insertion point where your trap inserts into the lat pulled it immediately. Like every breath in hurts to different degrees. This is one of those moments where you're trying to say, am I pushing through mental discomfort, or is this an injury, or can I get through it? I want to get through it. The marathon's coming up soon. I got to get the training mileage in, and also if I get hurt during the marathon, it'll be really good for me to have experienced something like this. Trying to live by the motto on the hat there, comfort's a lie. I get through this and it doesn't get any worse because of it, I'll be happy I did it. All right, check in later. So I want to put it out here on wax, on video, on social, that I'm going to complete this challenge that isn't a big deal to a lot of people who run, but it's a big deal to me. To hopefully get some of the earners invested in this, to make it fun, I'm going to be fielding 13 of your toughest sales objections and questions. We're calling this the 13 for 26, which is one tough sales question or objection every other mile, live from the road. I'm gonna do my best to completely ignore the questions in the comments and have a friend of mine write them all down on the day of the race. Starting at mile 2, I'll be looking at the questions real time, doing my best to think through the answer to the question and get through those miles. Didn't get much sleep last night. I missed my morning workout. Had a long day at work. After work at the gym, put in a serious pole workout. Then it's 8 p.m. or so, saying to myself, oh, today's a lost day. Not gonna get my run in today. And then I said, what's standing between me and a run? 2 hours of TV before I go to sleep. What do I really want in life? Do I want to run a marathon or do I want to watch TV? Here I am, gonna get 6 miles done, get home by 9. Let's go. So if you're wondering how this all got started, I started heading to YouTube as someone who has a YouTube channel, and I found Nick Bear and the team over at BPN, Bear Performance Nutrition. And I have been using their supplements for performance at work, enhanced sleep, things like that. And I was super intrigued because as someone who manages a full-time career, weight training, endurance work, filming and editing a YouTube channel, I understand work at that scale. But I was inspired to see you can be an endurance athlete, and you can work with weights, and you can be dedicated to your career, and you can be present at home, but it's really challenging. So I've been following the great work they've been doing, used it as an inspiration, and then made the decision. This time, a week from today, I'll be done with the race, dealing with about 4 injuries right now. So you can probably see, based on the condition of the camera lens here, just hit the inevitable torrential downpour during my run. Knew it was gonna happen eventually. It was a true torrential downpour. We're talking, couldn't even unlock my iPhone. The screen was so wet. Good preparation. Had to take the headphones off. Had to put all the technology in my bag here. And even then, it still all got super wet. Good times. They say that you don't do all this training, spend all this time on miles 1 through 20. What you're doing is the entry fee for the last 6 miles is miles 1 through 20. The longest training run I've had is 21 miles. It's interesting to think I've spent all this time building up to entry point of what is actually going to happen on race day. So you train, you never actually do the thing. That's the coolest part about the challenge. I'm only gonna be fielding the questions from right here in the comments on LinkedIn, not on the YouTube video. And I want you to go ahead and drop it in. And yes, if your question is the one chosen, we'll be sure to tag your LinkedIn on the post the day we drop the video so that you can see the answer to your question. So earners, I want to thank you for helping me out, me stay accountable to a life goal here by making it interesting. So let's do it. I'll be documenting the 13 for 26. All right, thanks earners, appreciate it. See you on race day.